Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I said welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast with Andy Ruther and Joe Prano. Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast.
Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Andy Ruther, coming to you live from Cincinnati, Ohio, with my co-host from Port Hueneme, California, Joey No Chill Prano.
Hello, Andy.
Hey, man. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Happy belated birthday.
Thanks, man.
That one totally slipped my mind the other day. It wasn't Monday. It was Tuesday?
It's Tuesday, 26th.
Yeah. So at first I was like, oh, I forgot to wish him a happy birthday on Monday. And then I was like, no, I think it was Tuesday.
Well, you know how it is being by a holiday.
Well, that's the thing. Typically
Slipped in there.
You're like a right before Thanksgiving, maybe and on Thanksgiving. Like I would say the majority of your birthdays happen like where Thanksgiving happens before it. Right? This is pretty late in the year. Pretty late in November for Thanksgiving.
It is. It's a late Thanksgiving.
So usually I'm like, oh, Thanksgiving's here. Remember Ruther's birthday. And this year it was, I think his birthday's already passed because it's not the 30th. It's like the 26th or something like that. So happy belated to you. How was your Thanksgiving?
It's good, man.
How was the food? Green bean casserole got you on the toilet this morning?
There was no, I have been on the toilet 3 times today already. There was no green bean casserole had.
Oh, okay.
Just straight up green beans.
See, I agree with that decision.
I'm
always like, green beans are good just as is.
I mean, I would prefer.
Have you tried them wet in some buttermilk?
Some crunchiness. Throw in the green bean casserole. Like, I don't know. I mean, you have dug into the sand on the green bean casserole year after year.
My girl made Thanksgiving dinner yesterday, and I gotta shout her out. It was impeccable. Maybe the best Thanksgiving meal I've had, top to bottom, in my whole life. I'm a big fried turkey guy. We didn't do a fried turkey, but she managed a great, delicious turkey, despite the not frying. But everything else, and the turkey was great. I don't want to say everything else like it wasn't. Everything was honestly perfect for me. And early in the week, she's like, "What are we doing? Sides, cranberry sauce, stuffing, sweet potatoes." She's like, "Green bean casserole." I was like, "If you want me to call off the wedding." Wedding's off if you put green bean casserole. She's like, no on green beans. She's like, we should have some greenery. I'm like, I'm fine with greens. I go, just do green beans, do asparagus, do Brussels sprouts. What are we talking about here? And she's like, asparagus, like regular old asparagus. I'm like, infinitely better. I'll take asparagus, regular grilled asparagus all day.
But what's your hatred for it?
I think the fact that it looks and feels like when my dog tries to take down a stuffy toy for like 4 straight days, and then you just pick it up out of the yard, and it's just like a wet mess, and you're like, is this saliva? Is this rain? Is this piss? Why is this wet? The consistency of this is disgusting me. They're like, we're gonna make it crunchy. Well, they're beans, so they're pretty crunchy to start. Yeah, but to be fair, we made them super soft by like putting them in milk or something. Like, well, they were crunchy, but we've let them soak in milk overnight. So now we've got to add crunch.
So if Matt Eberflus was a Thanksgiving side dish,
yeah,
are you making him green bean casserole?
If Matt Eberflus
He's
Great
cranberry
question.
sauce. Who fucks with cranberry sauce?
What?
Yeah.
You don't fuck with cranberry sauce?
So I did a 20-minute rant on the Andy Ruther show about how cranberry sauce is the worst invention ever. I don't know a single person who's like, give me some cranberry sauce. Like
me?
Oh, you?
Fuck yeah. I love me some cranberry sauce right onto the turkey.
What?
What? Also, honestly,
what?
I'll just say this. If you don't, you can think whatever you want about your Thanksgiving meal on Thanksgiving Day. I would argue if cranberry sauce isn't on your leftovers sandwich, that you have never had a Thanksgiving Day leftover sandwich. You've never had it. You've never had it if you're not scraping some cranberry sauce onto some crunchy sourdough before you load it up with your leftovers.
Dude, I don't think I've ever fucked with cranberry sauce ever. Like I tried it once and I was like, this sucks. Cranberry sauce is the worst.
If you guys, if you're not listeners to the Adam Carolla show, yesterday's episode of the Adam Carolla show, short Thanksgiving Day episode where Adam Carolla gave you his annual cranberry sauce recipe. It's crossing political lines, our love of cranberry sauce.
So you're telling me, okay, like I see the comments in YouTube right now. Like you guys can all like Prano's digging in the ground on green bean casserole. I'm gonna dig in on cranberry sauce. I've never seriously, and this is what I've said. I've never heard one person be like, "Can't wait for cranberry sauce." I've never heard that phrase uttered ever when it comes to Thanksgiving.
I feel like I've never not heard it uttered. I feel like this might be an Ohio thing.
I don't think it's an Ohio thing.
Let me ask you something. Does cranberry sauce exist at your meal? Like when you were a kid, was there cranberry sauce on the table?
Yes.
So your parents were cranberry sauce people.
They were. And there was cranberry sauce last night at the Thanksgiving dinner. Did I mess with it? No. It must be in the bloodline because a little bit of cranberry sauce got on Isla's dinner roll and she just said F that and did not want that part. I said, I see you.
Cranberry sauce is literally like cranberry jelly. It's just that sweet that you're like.
I like jelly. That's the thing.
You know, if you just went and got straight up one of those cans of cranberry sauce, that shit is just cranberry jello. Just cranberry jelly.
Fun fact, it's the top selling item for Ocean Spray.
What else would they sell? They're in the cranberry business. Ocean Spray is just a company that has bogs of cranberries. What else would they be selling?
Look, I know I'm on a lonely island on this one.
Yeah. And you're getting hit with spray from the ocean on that island.
Well, and
that island is in the middle of the sea.
You know, I stand by my take of, you know, I'm gonna put some nice gravy all over that turkey. Great, cranberry sauce.
I stand by, if you don't have cranberry sauce on your Thanksgiving leftovers sandwich, you just have it's just it does not qualify. Does not qualify as a Thanksgiving leftover sandwich if cranberries do not exist on it.
Okay, so you're gonna disagree with what I was trying to say initially about Eberflus. What is Eberflus then?
Eberflus. So, okay, if Eberflus was a Thanksgiving meal item, he is a dry turkey that has been left in the oven too long. Like the family's like, everything's pretty good, but just like,
we got a comment.
Why didn't he take it out?
The turkey from National Lampoon.
Yeah,
remember
take the turkey out. Do you not understand how time works? A turkey that is undercooked can be put back in.
Correct.
A turkey that is overcooked, you can do nothing with.
Let's just pull.
He can't use his timeout today.
Well, he definitely can't because he has been terminated. Let's just watch the end of this, dude. Let's just watch this. So let's just go back. So you have what? 26 seconds. I've in my entire life watching football, I've never seen anything like this. They have a timeout.
Yeah.
Third and
Also,
26.
like, what is happening right now?
So okay.
Right at that point when it's like this is happening, just timeout.
So we started at 26 seconds. We're down to 16 seconds. It's still 3rd and 26 from the 41. Well, we do have some updates today. Where was it? Did I not post the clip? What did Caleb Williams said he changed the play? I was trying to pull up his exact quote. Did you see this?
In the words of SpongeBob, nobody cares.
No, look, I'm
fucking call a timeout.
No. Eberflus still has to call a timeout, but he has no connection to his headset. And
well, he has a connection. What the offensive coordinator has a connection.
No, I think remember they cut it off the last so many seconds.
Yeah, the last not 24 seconds into the play clock, right? I think what Caleb Williams was saying was, I have no way to communicate with them, which obviously he never does.
Well,
they have a way to communicate with him, not vice versa.
Yeah, regardless.
Call a timeout right now.
Right now, you got to call a timeout. I've just never seen anything like this. And then here, this is where he changes it.
Unbelievable.
I just have never seen anything like this.
And then, yeah, dude, you snap the ball with, it's crazy.
And then you throw it to somebody at the 4-yard line.
Yeah.
And the game's over. I mean, I've seen some bad plays. We've all seen some bad plays. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. And you know what's even crazier? The fact that Eberflus defended it.
Well, this is my theory, Andy. This is the Zach Wilson, did you let your defense down? Eberflus in the post-game press conference defended it. Eberflus this morning on a Zoom defended it. And they were like, fine, you're fucking fired. Dude, take the green bean casserole, aka bowl of shit, and just eat it. You just have to eat your bowl of shit. I fucked up. I should have called a timeout. I did not know we had a timeout. I did not care we had a time. Something. Eat your bowl of shit. And I agree with the ownership of the Chicago Bears. If you're going to go out there in what the entire world thinks is a fucking big bag of idiocy, and then you're going to wake up the next day and you're going to defend it, you're fired. You don't get to go, I'm stupid and I'm right. Pick a fucking lane. Are you stupid or are you right? I fucked up. We should have called a timeout. I have to be better.
Well, I agree there, but what was his reason for not calling a timeout?
We want to call a timeout. We want to get, a 3rd down playoff, get 7 yards over the middle.
Call timeout for the kick.
Call timeout for the field goal.
Okay, well, you have to pivot and you have to adjust on the fly when that's not an option.
Yeah, of course. Basically, he wanted to keep the middle of the field open for a play.
Well,
when it's like, guess what? Call a timeout. When you get down to 16 seconds or 15 seconds, you call a timeout. We fucked up.
Yeah, we messed up.
Now here's what we have. Now here's what we have. Now we have an out route that goes to the sideline, something over the middle for 7 yards, quick, and a spike, the quickest fucking over the middle spike play ever. And you can discuss all this calmly when you call a timeout. We can go over the middle and we can spike. We can go to the sideline, or we can kick the longest fucking field goal that we can, or we go to Hail Mary if none of these things work. But you cannot do it, and you cannot defend it. What did I tell fans going into the season. You're all every year. Vegas loves Hard Knocks. They love it. So like every year they put on a team that by law didn't make the playoffs the year before. And then everybody fucking boners in their pants because Max HBO does such a good job fucking on production and telling stories. I watched 2 episodes. I was like, Eberflus is a clown.
Yeah. I mean, look, I regrettably forgot to place the under on wins.
They've lost how many straight now?
6.
Yeah.
They were 4-2. Now they're 4-8. And it's not just how they're losing. I'm sorry, it's not just losing, it's how they're losing.
Oh yeah. They find a new, they're like, no one's ever lost this way before. No one's ever lost this way before.
Again, I've never seen anything like this. I just don't know why he just doesn't call a timeout.
Because he's stupid.
But hey, he's got that cool beard.
Andy, have you seen pictures of him in college? He's a pretty badass linebacker. He wore a neck roll, dude. He's a badass. He looked like late 90s Brian Bosworth. No one's going to bring back that defensive, hard-nosed defensive thing like a guy who wore a neck roll when he played linebacker in college.
You know what's crazy, too, is that Caleb Williams is
pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. like, through this losing streak, it's not on their rookie quarterback. I believe he now has the rookie record for most pass attempts most consecutive pass attempts without an interception. He's playing very nice, especially for a rookie football. And here's the thing about them.
And he got them, even on that last drive, he's moving the ball. They had him dead to rights. He escaped, got away to the right side, shifted his body around, threw a ball that he knew somebody had been interfered on, puts them in position with a huge interference call.
In the last 2 games, they've been down big. That, to me, that's a huge sign. You get your team back in it when you're down 2 scores late.
Who will make more money next year? Juan Soto or Mike Vrabel? Kill yourself if you haven't already reached out to Mike Vrabel. Kill yourself. If I'm the Bears, I hire Vrabel today. Today. Do not let the Giants fire their coach. Do not let whoever the fuck else hire him today.
Yeah. I mean, he resurrected what's his name's career?
Ryan Tannehill?
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, I mean, he's not an offensive guru.
Yeah, no, he's not. Obviously, he's a defense guy. But my point is,
he knows how timeouts work. He doesn't. He can count 2, 3.
He's just embarrassing.
Matt Eberflus like, we're out of timeouts. We get 3. He's like, yeah, I know. I used the first one, and then I used the third one. And they're like, bro, there's in between 1 and 3, there's the number 2. He's like, nah, hearsay. No, coach, there is. There's a number between 1 and 3. That's your opinion. It's not really an opinion. Numbers go back thousands of years. Says you. Matt Eberflus and the numbers and the numbers 1, 2, and 3 are like Andy Laz flooding the bathroom in Arizona. It's like, that's your opinion. Well, no, it's facts, but just because you're denying the facts doesn't mean it's not the facts.
Yeah, that is a fact. Did you see that there was a chart, and this was actually before this week. It was pretty funny. Somebody made a chart comparing the Bengals and Bears and finding ways to lose games. It was like some meme, and it was so similar, and it was almost eerie. On like it was basically beating shitty teams, losing to teams they shouldn't lose to, but then also finding ways to lose games so closely, and you're just like, how does this keep happening? And it's almost like the Bengals have to do a move now this week to match them in that chart. But you could just look at Matt Eberflus, especially after Hard Knocks, and go, this is the guy who's gonna lead the Bears. Come on. Well, don't you really can't mess up this next hire, Chicago, because again, you got your guy, you got Caleb Williams.
Honestly, this is what I'm saying. Matt Eberflus, just it's Thanksgiving dinner. The whole family's there. Everybody's starving. He put out far too small a charcuterie board. Everybody fucking housed it hours ago. All that's left on the fucking charcuterie board at this point is nuts. The olives are gone. The cheese is gone. The crackers are gone. Just like a random fucking thing of almonds. Everybody's like, can we get some fucking food in here? I've been drinking beers and whiskey the whole fucking day. And Matt Eberflus, everything's out. And Matt Eberflus brings out the turkey, and it's blacker than Cordell Stewart. And they're like, what is this? Did you just invite former Nebraska quarterback Tommy Frazier over for?
I was hoping we get Tommy Frazier
over for Thanksgiving. He's like, that's our fucking bird. And they go, get the fuck out. And before the door closes, they kick Eberflus out, and they're all standing at each other. What do we do? Do we go to Kentucky Fried Chicken? Do we go to Boston Market? And as the door is closing, a foot comes in the door and blocks it. And they're like, whoa, a 30 rack of Miller Lite over one shoulder, a turkey over the other shoulder, and a fucking deep fryer in a backpack. Mike Vrabel goes, it'll be done in 26 minutes. Have a beer. Chill out. In 26 minutes, a delicious turkey is going onto the table. Have one more beer. And everybody's like, ah, ah. And then outside, Eberflus gets hit by a car, and they go into a double celebration. By the way, he's just walking around town with a 30 rack of Miller Lite, a deep fryer, and a turkey. He just wants somebody to invite him in.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't know who else would be a better fit. He'd be a nice fit.
They're gonna go, oh, okay, we have Caleb Williams. Let's go with the offensive coach to really unlock his potential.
Well, here's my thing. If you have my argument always on that is if you have the QB, you don't necessarily need the offensive coach.
Of course.
Right?
You have a good offensive coordinator.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know. The Patriots model is obviously that. They figured out we got the quarterback, we got the defensive coach. Now, the Chiefs model is a little different because they drafted Patrick Mahomes and they already had an offensive coach. By the way, I did think of you last night when we were leaving Northern Kentucky. We drove by an Applebee's in Northern Kentucky.
And the parking lot was packed.
Brittany was like, what is going on? She couldn't get over it. And she's like, who do you think that is? She's like, that's not, I go, I don't think it is here. She's like, is that all like the single dudes around here? She's like, you don't think that's families at Applebee's, right? Like 6:30 on Thanksgiving night. I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. Who knows? Like the parking lot was packed.
I'm not shocked by that at all.
But again, I mean, I would like to know what percentage is families.
I think it's mixed. I think it's families that couldn't get it together. I think it's the four cousins who fucking slipped out midday, smoked a little joint, and been pounding booze, and then like the turkey ended 3 hours ago. Everybody started winding it down, and they're like, should we just go get fucked up?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I do have a belly full of fucking turkey. I do have a nice base. Should we go get some 2 for $40 margaritas or whatever.
2 for 40. It's the Midwest, bro. That's all 2 for
Yeah.
20.
Whatever it is. I was going to say 40 for 2. The endless margarita. What do they have? Applebee's margarita bonanza or some shit?
I know we got those 2 for 20 meals, I think.
And then, of course, you got like the lone fucking drunk old veteran.
Well, it got me. I was gonna say it got me thinking, because then I was like, oh, look, I spent some not at Applebee's. I was like, I spent some Thanksgivings. Do you know one Thanksgiving I got bombed and had a full meal with Luke at Lost and Found?
I knew you were going to say that.
You know what's funny?
I do remember that.
I don't even think they charged you. I think the deal was they had a full Thanksgiving spread, and it was like, if you're sitting at the bar drinking,
and you're an alcoholic and you have no family. If you're an alcoholic with no family, we'll feed you. It's the soup kitchen for drunks.
Literally, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, it was a full spread.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, if you guys are sitting at the bar pounding mixed drinks like we were, pounding Jack and Coke, food's in the house. And shout out to Justin Wood. You know how this night ended? We ended up at Q's in Westwood, in West LA.
Can I say something? Going to Lost and Found on Thanksgiving is shameful, but it's levels above going to Applebee's.
That's hilarious. I mean, it's pretty shameful. Lost and Found on Thanksgiving. That's literally that's where my night went.
I gotta say, yesterday, my Thanksgiving, last year, I famously have beef with my fiance's family. Pretty famous beef at this point. That came to that reached new heights thanks to this podcast. But last year I ate KFC by myself with my dog because she went home to the family. This year we just did it. We did me and her Thanksgiving yesterday. Me, her, the dogs. I went out yesterday, had a surf thing with Lachlan Patterson yesterday morning. On my way home, stopped at the supermarket, got a big bottle of, and I'm going to, this is a shot. Maybe we could get a new sponsor to go with some of our returning sponsors, but I am obsessed with Japanese whiskey at this point. So stopped, got a bottle of Japanese whiskey because I was like, it is a brown liquor holiday. Had a fridge full of Miller Lights. It's behind me here in the office. I was like, I got Miller Lights, whiskey. Came home, took some Maker's Mark that I was running low on, threw that in my coffee, threw a little whipped cream that she bought for the pumpkin pie. Started off yesterday with an Irish coffee. Bang. Surf, Irish coffee. 1-2. Came back with about 7 glasses of Irish whiskey. Downshifted into Miller Lite. 2-person epic Thanksgiving meal. I get listen, if I could go home and, do Mikey's fried turkey, spend the whole thing with a family, great. But as far as secondary options, just quiet 2-person Thanksgiving. She's like, how much football's on today? I was like, this is the last game. Football broke her in the late third quarter of the Packers-Dolphins game. She was like, how much more football? And I was like, this game's pretty much over. We can turn it off. She's like, I can't. It's been too much today. And I'm like, I know. I'm sorry, but I'm shocked that you made it this long.
Well, I'm shocked you made it that long in that Packers game.
Yeah.
That thing was done by the time it was, 14-3?
3-0 yesterday in my picks. Bam, bam. And I went Thanksgiving parlay yesterday. Paid for my whiskey, my Japanese whiskeys for the next month with my 3-team parlay yesterday.
I got a little risky, that's for sure.
Well, you got a little risky with the Giants. That was your riskiness. Played a little too safe with the Lions, if you ask me. You're just like, the Lions are gonna blow out everybody every week.
Well, I felt they weren't scoring touchdowns as they should early on. That's what I felt. I mean, look, when they went up 16-0, I was like, man, this Lions team is tough. But ironically, I took the Bears the week before and they helped me cover. But yeah, I definitely missed that. The Giants, I figured I didn't buy too much. I didn't buy in too much on, okay, the Cowboys won last week. My thought was, okay, they won one. I think switching to lock is going to help the offense and give it a little juice. Clearly, I was wrong. The Cowboys won, or I'm sorry, the Packers won. I just like, everybody uses the phrase now about you're not serious people from Succession, and that's the Dolphins organization. I'm sorry, that's Tua, that's their coach, that. If you can't win in cold weather, you are not a serious organization and you are not a serious quarterback. I'm like, what quarterback can't?
We didn't call a play, Max. LOL. We didn't call a play, Max. I think Mike McDaniel going with the what is it? The cuffed sweatpants with the ankle showing in 14-degree weather. He's just like, well, still gotta look hip. I don't know if he was actually doing that. He's a dickhead. That's my point. Great offensive coordinator. Cool. You can be the offensive coordinator for the Bears next year under Vrabel because you're not a serious head coach. He played Madden as a kid. He's new.
And it's not like, I'm not saying Tua had a terrible game, but he misses some, like in the first half. They even commented on that during the broadcast about, like, dude, you're missing guys. And even number one cuck Jason Garrett is like, well, I don't know if it's the cold that's making him miss these throws. And I'm thinking, dude, we're talking about a professional athlete. You're now 0-8 when the game temperature starts at 45 degrees or lower. And by the way, that's not even that cold, 45.
Yeah.
Now, it was colder yesterday, but like that's the threshold for Tua winning. You're not a serious you can't win games when it's cold. Newsflash, they play playoffs in January. And a lot of teams are not
Andy,
in South Florida.
Hold on. I just want to say one thing, and this isn't a dunk on you, but it's to prove my point because I feel the exact same way. But last week I said one of the reasons I don't believe in Jalen Hurts is I don't believe in the close your eyes and chuck. If you don't get the wide open Dallas Goedert in the flats, or you don't get the wide open Devontae Smith across the middle, or you don't get the wide open Saquon out of the backfield. If you don't have the wide open schemed play, the close your eyes and chuck. And you said, do you remember what you said to me? Said he's completing 70% of his passes.
But I think
Tua is completing 75% of his passes.
Well, I think Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback just overall.
Sure, that's fine. You could think that. I don't have any problem with that. My point is, there's a lot of the completion percentage leaders for the NFL this season are Tua, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Mahomes, Geno Smith, Jalen Hurts. That's your top 6. Then you get Derek Carr, 7. Top 7's Derek Carr, who, famously, I'm the only one who's like, he's not terrible. But where's Burrow? Where's
where's Burrow? What's Burrow?
Where's Herbert? Burrow is. Where's Burrow? Bengals. 13. Matthew Stafford, 15. Brock Purdy, 19. Josh Allen, 24. Justin Herbert, 30. Here's my point on the completion percentage thing, which is, a lot of the guys who they don't let throw passes to covered receivers have high completion percentages.
Yeah, I mean, look, I guess the move would be to discuss or set the bar for what is good and what is bad in the current NFL, right? Because like the completion percentage, my point is it's changed so much over time, which is true.
Yeah.
Because you do have guys just completing quick outs. I mean, if you look at the starters, I didn't know, like it looks really high to me this year. If you have 3 guys above 70%.
Just last night, how many Tua completions do you think were forward passes technically that were caught within 2 yards of the offense, the line of scrimmage?
I don't know. That's a good question.
HN out of the backfield, swing pass, catching it. He's still maybe behind the line of scrimmage. Technically, it's a forward pass. Like, everybody loves to do this thing where they're like, Saquon Barkley's leading the league in fucking rushing yards. Cool. Let's go through the top 5 rushing seasons of all time, or the top 10. How many of those guys won the Super Bowl? How many Super Bowl teams were led by the quarterback who led the league in pass? Like, you just need balance across the board. You need balance. You don't want your quarterback to be top 3 in passing yards. You don't want your running back. If you have one single running back who's leading the league, like, did Adrian Peterson win a playoff game with the Vikings? Did Barry Sanders win a playoff game with the Lions? Like, you need balance across the board. So if your quarterback isn't throwing some passes to guys that aren't wide open, your quarterback is sus as fuck.
It was a nice game for Green Bay, conversely, though.
Yeah.
If they can control the line of scrimmage and not turn the ball over, they're going to be a tough out. I'm looking forward to they get the Lions again next week. I think home field advantage is going to be very important for Detroit to make sure they get that for the playoffs.
Yeah. Don't play outside.
Yeah, you don't want to play outside. You've been playing inside all year. I think that's going to be really crucial for them.
What did I predict next week for the Lions? You remember? I said Lions win again. Lions sweep the Packers in the regular season, lose them in the playoffs.
Which could easily happen right now. Green Bay sitting at a 6th seed right now. So they would get the winner of no, Green Bay would that'd be a fun first round matchup. It'd be Philly, Green Bay. That'd be an interesting one. We do have a call from a Philly fan, Prano. You are going to have to explain yourself to him.
Oh God. Here we go.
I'm here for the conversation.
Is it Brandon Ward? I hope it is.
It's Brandon. Is that him?
Yeah. He's the special needs kid that never stops tweeting at me.
Is he from Allentown?
Yeah, I think so. He's a special needs kid. He was a special needs kid who would not stop tweeting. Hold on. Let's just go through the timeline. Would not stop tweeting at me about how much better the Sixers were than the Knicks right before the Knicks eliminated the Sixers from the playoffs. Would not stop tweeting about how the Phillies are so much better than the Mets. The Mets are a dumpster fire franchise right before the Mets eliminated the Phillies from the. If not, stop. Okay, now he's talking football. We've on to football. By the way, hasn't tweeted about basketball in 5 months, ever since Philly embarrassed themselves against the Knicks and have gone on to be a dumpster fire. Has not tweeted about baseball in 3 months, ever since the Mets beat the fucking Phillies. Now we're on to football. Oh, God. Congratulations. The Giants are tanking this year and are terrible. And the Eagles are playing good football. Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations. Your team is not going to win the Super Bowl. Stop tweeting at me. All you think about is the New York sports teams. Why?
Well, let's hear the call. And this is a New York Philly thing. But
I know it is because Philadelphia can't stop thinking. He lives in Allentown, which is right across the bridge from where I went to college. He can't stop thinking about the fact that his parents came within 80 miles of greatness and instead are in a town that is best known for being a Billy Joel replacement for the word Bethlehem.
I did not know that.
Yes, there are actually no factories in Allentown. Bethlehem has the factories. They're closing all the factories in Bethlehem down, but Allentown sounded better. You're famous for being a word replacement in a song by Billy Joel.
Okay, well, let's play the call. Let's play the call, then we can hash everything out.
Hey, guys. This is Brandon from Allentown, Pennsylvania.
I mean, look, he sounds like a lovely individual, Brandon. Listen to him.
Calling, by the way, because I muted him on Twitter and I made it impossible for him to DM me. So he started DMing the Dirty Sports account. It's like, bro, no one gives, just leave me alone.
I'm here
be
for
annoying in Philly by yourself.
I'm here for it. Let's get his call. I'm all here for it.
First off, happy Thanksgiving to both of you. I hope you spent it well with your families. This message is for Joe.
No shit.
So, Joe, you always, talk trash on Philadelphia sports, which is fine because I know, like, we barely win anything. I get that. But, the New York Giants, the past decade plus, with obviously the situation with Daniel Jones, has gone nowhere. Done. The Mets, they have not done much. They did obviously very well in the past season, but fell up short. And, the Knicks, same thing. So why do you always talk so much trash against Philadelphia? I know our fans are the worst human beings in the world. I get that. I'm one of them. But I'm just wondering why you do
why
such.
Are you doing his picture?
Thanks. Take care, guys. Happy holidays.
The person that's on the phone right now is this kid. This is who's calling. This is my Phillies jersey. You're the worst human beings ever, and you never get our names out of your mouth.
Well, hold on. Let's get to what he's calling about, though.
I'm responding to it. He just said, "Why are you constantly talking about Philly? Your team won a huge football game. You're like, thank you, Giants. Your team wins a football game. Dallas sucks. Dallas sucks." This is the most projection that's ever projected. No one has ever projected harder than this projection. Why doesn't Philly just cheer for their teams? Why is everything about Philly? Dallas sucks. The Giants suck. The Knicks suck. The Mets suck. The whatever. Because you're losers. You can't stop thinking you could be anywhere in the world and you settled for 75 miles from the greatest city ever. It's a trash city. It's why they always are thinking about New York. You wish you were New York. The Mets eliminated the Phillies. The Knicks eliminated the Sixers. How in the world do you do a sports call about Philly versus New York and even bring up the Knicks and the Sixers? The Knicks eliminated the Sixers and are now 3-13. The Mets eliminated the Phillies. Every sports season that happens in your fandom, because go look at his Twitter, it's Knicks, Sixers, Eagles. Every sports season that happens, my team eliminates your team from the playoffs. And you have the audacity to go, why are you talking about this? Go away. Make like every Philadelphia team in the postseason and slink away with your tail between your legs like the fucking special needs loser that you are. You're muted on my Twitter. You are blocked from my DMs.
Hold on.
You are muted on my Twitter. You are blocked in my DMs. Root for your team. Why in the world are you? Listen to this, Andy. It is the NFL football season. Your team is 9-2. My team has released its quarterback and is actively tanking. What in the world would make you think about the New York Giants right now? I'll tell you what, being a fucking loser that wishes you weren't raised in Allentown, Pennsylvania. That's it.
Okay, well, look, he wasn't. There was no vitriol in his call. First of all,
it's non-stop.
I know.
He
but
had to be
hold on.
muted. Go away.
Hold on. I don't have a bone in this fight, right? I'm the outsider looking in. I see the Philly, New York, you got East Coast shit. If we're getting to the call, no, but I just want to get to the call.
Let's get to the call.
I think it's fair. As an outsider, I'm saying, okay, the last 15 years, I'm just going to use the last 15 years.
Why the last 15 years?
Because
Am I
that's
15? Is he
No.
15?
Because it's relevancy, Joe. It's relevancy.
Okay, it's relevancy. 2000 is the turn of millennium. What's relevancy? My entire life, okay? In my entire life, I have celebrated a New York Mets single championship, 4 Giants championships. That's 5. Okay. An additional Super Bowl appearance by the Giants, an additional 2 finals appearances by the Knicks, a World Series appearance by the Mets. What does this guy have? What have you experienced in your whole life? A Nick Foles Super Bowl? That's it. That's all you have in the whole thing. You also have your Penn State. He went to Penn State. Shocker. Butt fucking kids. So you got that on your list. Super great. Remember the time the Phillies won their one World Series? The Phillies have existed. Andy, here's a fun fact. The Phillies have existed since the 1800s. The 1800s. They predate electricity. And they have the exact same number of championships as the New York Mets.
Well, hold on. The Phillies won in 2008. Let's not forget against the Rays.
Yes, exactly. And that was when they matched the Mets World Series titles as a franchise. And the Mets have existed since the 1960s.
I know, but look, here's my point. Here's my point.
Original Phillies fans took horses to the game. And they have the same number of championships as the New York Mets. Imagine being a franchise where you used to pay to get into the game in doubloons and having the same number of championships as the New York Mets.
I know, but hold on. Here's my point. I'm going to say last 15 years. We can say last 10, whatever. I don't really care. My point is we are in. I prefer more recency. It's the same way when Yankees fans bring up other titles. I roll my eyes.
Yankee fans, like Philly fans, Yankee fans bring up titles since before Black people and Hispanic people could play sports.
But that's my point. That's what I was getting to. Like when Yankees people bring up their titles before integration, or Notre Dame fans bring up all their titles, and I'm like, cool, dude. What have you done since you won in '88 with?
I'm talking about color. I'm talking about my lifetime. I'm talking about color television.
I know, but hold on.
I'm talking about helmets with face masks.
Let me finish. All I'm saying is, like, if you took the 3 main sports that we cover, baseball, basketball, football.
Let's do it. So if you take the 3 main sports that we cover in the current season that we're in, Philadelphia has been eliminated by New York in baseball and eliminated by New York in basketball and has a current football season happening. That's the recency of New York versus Philly. As far as recency goes, every single time your team steps on the field, they are eventually eliminated by my team in the postseason. Suck my fucking dick. I open Twitter twice a week now, max, and you're always in my mentions. Go get butt fucked by the ghost of fucking Penn State's fucking pedophile coach. I'm assuming you did get butt fucked by him.
Oh my
goodness. Every season, this fucking mongoloid. The Sixers dominate the Knicks. Eliminated. The Phillies dominate. Eliminated. Every seat. Go away, dude.
No, don't.
And for God's sakes, get a life. Get a life.
Hey, man, he's listening to the show. Like, that's a good thing. He's listening to the show. He didn't.
My girlfriend just tweeted me, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I figured she would tweet at you. Look, here's the thing. He didn't leave. Again, the call was not full of spite. It wasn't a mean.
He's calling because he can't tweet anymore because I've muted him and blocked him. What are we talking about? It's like, imagine being this embarrassed. Imagine if I was tweeting at Dodgers fans about how the Mets were better than them. Imagine that was my day. Just imagine that was my day. Imagine me spending the whole day tweeting at Dodgers fans, we're better than you. Imagine me spending the whole day tweeting at Dodgers fans, we're better than you. Motherfucker, we lost. It wasn't close. Bro, just get a fucking life, dude.
I'm here for it.
All day in my mentions. All day. Every day. The Phillies guy. Look at this. Oh, it's calls from Joe. I'm wondering if you were only looking at the football seasons from 2016 on and only looking at baseball seasons from 2009 on and only were looking at Eastern Conference championships since, dude, the Philadelphia 76ers have never gotten out of the second round in the process. Just never gotten out. Just never. How dare you? How dare you compare to the Knicks to what we've built in Philadelphia? You're 3-100, and there's only been 25 games of the NBA season. You're 3-100. You're embarrassing yourselves, and you spent all spring tweeting at me about the Sixers. All spring, and I said to him the other day, I go, didn't we already do this? Are you not embarrassed about what you did during basketball season? That's how I know you're down bad. You brought up basketball. Get fucked, bro. Go away. And guess what? Here's the thing about Philly. They do it with Dallas too. It's so pathetic every week. Dude, my Eagles fans friends went to SoFi for Eagles Rams. One of my Eagles fans friends on a thread, why am I on this chain? Why am I on this? Why are two Eagles? Why am I included in a text chain between two Eagles fans talking about their game at the Rams? Why? Because they need the approval of a Giants fan, right? That's why. Okay. And then he goes, dude, one of them went to the game, the other one didn't. Dude, you would have loved it. On the way, all the way to the parking lot, fans just chanting, Dallas sucks. What kind of loser shit is this? You just won a game in Los Angeles, and you're walking through SoFi out to the parking lot chanting Dallas sucks? Why? Because there is something in the water in Pennsylvania that just makes them the loserest losers to ever loser. I don't understand. And guess what? Why do I hate Pennsylvania so much? I went to college in Pennsylvania, and that was the worst single decision I've ever made. I have hated Pennsylvania ever since I lived within minutes of where Brandon is from for 4 years. It's the fucking worst. If I lived there, I would want to kill myself that my parents couldn't make it 80 more miles to New York. Every chance I would take buses to New York City. When I finally got a car, I started doing stand-up. I would drive on Wednesday evenings. I would leave class and drive straight to New York City and do stand-up. I needed culture other than gas station sandwiches and trying to convince people my sports teams don't suck. The Giants suck. See how easy that is? Just say the Sixers suck. Penn State has always sucked. The Phillies suck. Just say it. The Giants suck. See how easy it is? When you just like watch and have like actual fan, you just go, my team sucks this year. You think if the Giants win next weekend, I'm going to be walking around and go, Dallas sucks. Dallas sucks. Dallas sucks. It's the most loser shit that's ever losered. This is a plea to Brandon and every other Philadelphia fan. Go suck each other's dicks in an Applebee's parking lot, but leave me out of it.
Man, Applebee's catching strays.
Just go away. How bad do you think this guy's life is that he just like needs me to go, yeah, man, Giants suck this year? Like, I just can't even imagine exist. I can't even, like, our podcast is not huge. It's a medium size, a nice size podcast. I can't imagine like looking up and just being like, man, if I can't get Tim Dillon to say that the fucking Philadelphia Flyers suck this year, I'm just going to kill myself. I won't be able to rest. I won't be able to rest until Andrew Schultz says the Charlotte Hornets are terrible. Like, what is your life, dude?
Thanks for the call, Brandon. you brought out the old school no chill.
Just fucking get in your car, bro. Here's the deal, Brandon. Send me your Venmo. I'll send you a tank of gas worth of money. Get in your car and drive someplace better. Drive in any direction besides west and get to a place where the best thing in town isn't a sandwich from a fucking gas station. You're 90 miles from New York City. Move there. Improve your life today.
So I guess this would be a good time to talk about your old quarterback signing with the Vikings.
Glorious. Good for him.
I think it's not a bad move. You have a backup who has experience. If you're the Vikings.
Not only that, you have your plan. If you're the Vikings, I'm assuming, is to have JJ McCarthy start for you next year, correct?
Yeah.
I'm assuming, and this would be stupid, but the NFL, a lot of people who run the NFL are stupid. Sam Darnold probably thinks he deserves to be a starter now.
Mm-hmm.
So now you get to bring in a guy, use him as a backup, evaluate him, let him learn your system, and maybe keep him as your backup for next year. Because you're not paying Sam Darnold to be your starter, are you?
No.
Right. So great. And I don't know what JJ McCarthy is, but the one thing about Kevin O'Connell, I'll give him credit. Keeps it simple. There's a reason Sam Darnold looks like a competent quarterback. Keep it simple. Play defense. Make him only throw it to guys who are wide open. Still turning the ball over too much. Older. Probably wants to be a starter. There you go. Brilliant move, if you ask me.
Yeah, they seem, if they can keep the defense playing the way it has been, like, going into next year, they can be a real tough team. That division is really shaping up. Everybody had such a hard on, including myself, for the AFC North heading into this season. When it's been minus the Bears, it's been the NFC North, who's been just such a tough and well-played division. So the NFL released the top 50 jersey sales.
Mm.
There's one I'm just shocked. I'm gonna share this screen real quick. It's very interesting to me. Let me see here. Can you see this? Is this up here? You got it.
Yep.
It's very interesting to me. So this is from March 1st to August 31st. So these are the most sold jerseys. This is the most up to date. So obviously it's a few months old. It doesn't include this season, but
Right.
but see if you see what stands out to me. So your top jersey sales. I'll just go to the top 10. Number 1 is Patrick Mahomes. Number 2, C.J. Stroud. 3, Jalen Hurts. 4, Caleb Williams. 5, Burrow. 6, Aiden Hutchinson. 7, Amon-Ra St. Brown. 8, Christian McCaffrey. 9, Michael Parsons. 10, Travis Kelce. We'll just do the top 15. 11, Justin Jefferson. 12, Josh Allen. 13, Purdy. 14, Saquon. 15, CeeDee Lamb. Where's Lamar Jackson, Prano? Is there something where he something with his contract? Because look, he's not all the way down until 23rd.
Can we also just talk about 24?
Oh, Harrison Butker. Wait, who is it? I didn't even see that in there.
That's unbelievable.
That's hilarious.
Here's
but by the way, I must have missed this when I was saying where's Lamar. I didn't think he was on here. I must have missed that. Sorry. Okay. That's why I was like, is it a contract thing? He's 23rd.
Yeah. Here's my only explanation for that. And it feels like it's explained also by the guy next to him. I'm assuming every Lamar Jackson jersey, like if you're a Baltimore Ravens fan, literally go in order. Give me your order. Whose jersey are you wearing to the game if you are a Baltimore Ravens fan?
Well, it's obviously Lamar.
Okay. Who else? If you go to a Baltimore Ravens game, what other jerseys do you even see?
Derrick Henry.
Not through August 31st, right? Saquon Barkley's only whatever, like.
He's 14th.
Yeah. My point is, you maybe catch a couple Ed Reed jerseys. You maybe catch a good amount of Ray Lewis jerseys.
Derrick Henry's 48th on this list.
If you bought a Ravens jersey in the last 5 years, you bought Lamar Jackson. If you bought, if you bought a Kansas City Chiefs jersey in the last 5 years, you bought Mahomes, you bought Kelce. You bought an Eagles jersey, you bought Hurts, you bought Barkley, you bought Kelce, you bought AJ Brown, you brought Devontae Adams or Devontae Smith. Whose jersey are you buying? Like, I feel like this being a glimpse from the last year, I think it's just saying everybody who has a Lamar Jackson jersey had it prior to this window. And to me, the fact that Harrison Butker is on this list proves that even more. It's like, oh, this is just a capture of a moment. Like when people were like, I got to get that Kickers jersey because I also hate my wife.
I'm trying to see if there's anybody else on here who's surprising. I guess not really.
On the list, 48th. The only other guy on the list for the Ravens is 48th.
Puka's got that flow going, bro. Have you seen that Puka flow?
Oh, yeah.
He's got that flow going. I still have my Russell Wilson Seahawks jersey, by the way.
You haven't picked up your Russell Wilson Steelers jersey?
No, but I'll tease it before we get to these games. I will be attending the Bengals Steelers game in person.
This week.
Yeah.
Wow. Not gonna rush order a Russell Wilson jersey before that?
Well, my buddy
Do you go
who
full cuck cam and just wear the Russell Wilson Seahawks jersey?
it's funny you bring that up. I told my buddy invited me on you're talking about threads on a thread we're on. And he's got good club level seats for his company.
Brandon Ward wants to know why you don't have a Russell Wilson Broncos jersey. That's what he wants to know.
And
because he has embraced sucking.
Jesus Christ. But I sent that back in our group chat. I said, yeah, man, I'll I always say I'm good for one game a year. I'll roll to the game. And then I sent a screenshot of that jersey, and my other buddy goes, dude, if the Steelers win, you got to take that off underneath, wearing it underneath something. I said, dude, it's like a bright green. Shout out to CT. CT sent it to me years ago.
I remember.
Yeah, I will. You should see the collection of jerseys in my closet. It's a Russell Wilson green one. It's a Joe Panu Penn State one. It's a Harambe Reds one. It's a Richie Incognito Dolphins one. I have a Adam Morrison Charlotte Bobcats.
You got an OJ jersey.
That's hanging on the wall.
Oh,
over here. I got an OJ jersey. Yeah, I got a Chris Sabo. I got an interesting mix. Do you want to get to these games?
Yeah, I just want to point out that I'm watching. I've had the Knicks game on the side here, and they just won. They just won a game. So the Knicks are now 2 behind the Philadelphia 76ers in season wins today. The Knicks have won 2 less games today than the 76ers have won this season. The Knicks have won 33% of the Sixers games in the last 3 minutes.
8. All right, well, let's get to these games. That was a nice
process was killing yourself, and I wish more Philadelphia fans would trust the process.
Savage. You got 2 games on me already, which you needed, dude. You were minus 12 heading into the week.
I lost 2 more games last week.
Yep.
It's insane.
You lost 2 more games.
I'm starting to think I got to go back and check this now. I mean, I've had a bad year, but
you got the spreadsheet, man. You can go back and check.
These numbers are sus.
You think there's an Andy Ruther bias going on here with Matt?
Who knows? Perhaps he's a Philadelphia fan and he just has absolutely no hate toward the city of Ohio because he's like, well, I don't necessarily want to live there.
You went last week. I went 7-5. You went 5-7.
Okay.
Your big misses were I took Denver. You took the Raiders. I took Seattle. You took Arizona. We had other different picks, but those were like 2 of the bigger ones. Okay, so week 13. Here we are. We might as well start with the game that begins here in about 30 minutes. I keep forgetting that this game is happening so early.
Why is it happening? Why is this a day game?
I don't know. Why is it a day game? That's a good question.
It's weird. I guess because it's a Prime Video, and they're like,
yeah, the line has even moved since this morning. KC is up to 13.5-point favorites. I'll let you go first since I did my picks early yesterday. It's a big spread, man.
It's crazy.
And here's my thing. Before you make your pick,
I'll do it. I'm just gonna do it though. I'm gonna take the Chiefs to cover. Huge spread, but also them playing a close game last week and the Raiders being terrible. I'm gonna take them with some sort of like, everybody stop panicking. We're fine. Game.
They're not covering. They're 4-6-1 against the spread this season.
Yeah.
I was gonna take.
You're going to take who?
I was gonna take the Chiefs, but I'm gonna try to fade you. I'll take the Raiders.
I feel like you were going to take the Raiders the whole time, but I do like the mocking me saying that you're going to fade me. I do like that.
You like me what?
I do think that you were going to take the Raiders the whole time, but I like you saying you were going to fade me. You listen, I'm not against a little shit talk. You're up fucking 10.
10, correct.
You are in a position to mess with me, talk a little shit, whatever. It's not like you're in fucking Allentown, Pennsylvania, and I'm a New Yorker. That would be crazy. That would be me talking shit to you right now.
It's always gonna go back to Brandon now.
I can't. He should be called Philly 1 of 1. Go away. No one cares.
Nah, keep calling Brandon.
Write a book about it and self-publish it on Amazon. That's how little anyone cares.
But what about this game makes you think that
that the Chiefs cover?
Yeah, like
I just told you. I think that they lost 2 games ago, and last week they played a close game against the Panthers, and now they're hearing are the Lions better than them? Are the Chiefs the Chiefs? I don't think the Chiefs have what it takes to repeat. I think they go, fuck you, 4 Patrick Mahomes touchdowns, stomp a division rival, get fucked. Everybody calm down.
Yeah, this could have a backdoor cover written all over it though, too, with the spread being so big.
But who's playing quarterback?
I don't know, and I don't care.
I think it's Desmond Ridder.
Oh shit!
Oh, it's too late now, Andy.
It is too late now. I totally forgot Minshew's out. Collarbone. Don't like that pick anymore. Okay. All right. Chargers, Falcons. This one is in Atlanta. Chargers are a 1-point favorite. The Falcons, let me pull up them. They've lost 2 in a row. I think it's going to be 3 in a row. I think the Chargers bounce back. They keep it low scoring. They win.
I think you took the Ravens last week and I took the Chargers, correct?
No, I took the Chargers.
I must have taken the Chargers too then. I'm going to take the Chargers this week. I believe in this Chargers team. Kind of reckless last week, that was I should have known better. That was an obvious Ravens are going to I think the Chargers bounce back. I believe in this Chargers team.
I think it's more you believe in the coach.
No, I believe in this. I've believed in this Chargers team for a while, and I didn't believe in the coach before. I like Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Simply put, I just think when I watch him play, the eye test for me does it every time. He can make every throw. He moves well. He, isn't reckless with the football. I like Justin Herbert. I would honestly, if you were like, you get a free pick of any quarterback in the NFL to take over for your Giants next year, he's probably 2 behind Mahomes for me.
Interesting.
I think Josh Allen's game. I think Josh Allen has I love Josh Allen, but I think Josh Allen's game will take a hit as he gets older and less athletic, and he can't make the wild plays. I think Burrow has injury concerns. I think Burrow has had great receivers his whole career. I think Justin Herbert is great, and I'm like, this Chargers team is going to be dangerous, especially moving forward.
Yeah, I don't know if they're there yet this year. Even as far as being dangerous, I think starting next year, maybe. But they got the coach, they got the quarterback, and so far they've had the defense, although their defense has shown a lot of cracks the last couple weeks. Okay, Steelers-Bengals. Interesting one here. Steelers end that big win streak. They lose on that snow game. We all know what the Bengals have done this season. Yet the Bengals are 3-point favorites at home.
The Bengals are 3-point favorites at home.
Yep. Now I know you're like, it's been done, but this would really officially basically end the Bengals. And
Yeah, the Bengals are already done for me.
Well, I know. They have a 13% chance of making the playoffs. So it's very low. Whereas the Steelers' schedule gets really tough. So the Steelers still have the Chiefs. They still have another Ravens, another Bengals. Like, it gets tough. But they're 3-point dogs. Steelers swept the Bengals last year.
I like the Bengals to win this game, but I don't like the 3.
3's tough. I agree.
But also, if I like them to win the game, what do I like? A 2-point spread? A 2.5-point spread?
Well, you know how these coaches, though, they do these 2-point conversions,
Well,
and that's
I know that.
But my point is that's why there could be a 1 or 2 point win.
No, I know. But I'm saying that's my window. I'm going. I like the Bengals to win this game but only by 1 or 2. After that, it's like this isn't a 3.5-point spread or a 4-point spread. I like the Bengals to win this game, so I think I have to take the Bengals to cover.
So
I don't love the Bengals to win this game, by the way.
The Bengals have never won a regular season game that I've attended, ever.
What?
At this stadium.
Okay.
At this stadium. So figure this stadium's been around since 2000. I didn't really go to many games. We figured when I didn't live here.
Now, just to be clear, Andy, in the last 4 seasons, the Bengals have made multiple playoff appearances and made a Super Bowl, whereas the Giants have been very bad. So I think we can all agree the Bengals are a better franchise than the New York Giants. Isn't that right? Now, I know you've never attended a win in the games there.
No, I said regular season.
I know you've never attended a regular season win there.
They
And I know your whole life has been an absolute dumpster fire of failure from your football team. But if you look at only games played outside from October to December in the last 4 seasons, we fucking dominate you.
So they did beat the Ravens, the Lamar Jackson-less Ravens.
That's right. You went to the fumble game.
I had the Gold Star seats that game. So I'm just saying, like it is a thing that they've never won a regular season game that I've attended at this stadium. It's probably not many. It's probably like 8 games or something. It's not that high. So that's a factor.
It is remarkably high. What are you talking about? You've been to 8 regular season games there and they've never won.
It's probably something like that.
They were leading when Damar Hamlin died.
And the guy died in the field.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there is something there. You know, I would lean towards I think the Bengals win this game.
But you're fading yourself.
But here's the thing. The Steelers defense, I think, will at least
can you just say in Russ I trust and we move on to the next game?
I don't know if I trust Russ, but I'm going to pick the Steelers. and I think here's what I think. I think the Bengals win by 1 or 2 points. But they somehow don't cover.
By the way, I've been talking about this every week. I need. Where's Charlie Ryan? Where's some of our I need a actual statistical breakdown of the teams that go for 2 when they pull within a touchdown late in the game. Has it worked out the way that the plan, has it worked out 5 times? in the history of the game of football? At any level? Has it worked out 5 times where the team gets the 2-point conversion, goes down the field, scores again, kicks a field goal and wins it, kicks the extra point and wins it? Has it worked out ever? Has it ever? I think I remember it working out one time, and then everybody's like, we got to do it. It's the 2-point conversion thing. I don't understand it at all.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I'm not sure. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, Cardinals Vikings, another good game. Another close spread. Vikings are 3.5-point favorites at home against the Cardinals. I'm up first. I'm taking the Cardinals.
I'll take Minnesota.
Okay.
I don't like the 0.5 point, but at the same time, I don't like how the Cardinals have looked recently. Cardinals are off the hot start, and now they're fit. Like,
well, what do you mean recently? They had won 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. They just lost last week.
Yeah, recently. Well, I love it. Recently, I love you. You're like, we can only go back the last 0.5% in the history of sports.
No, I'm saying they've won 4 of their last 5 games.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, recently, they go to Seattle
and they laid an egg.
They look bad.
Okay,
the tides are turning.
And
now, at the same point, I haven't liked how the Minnesota Vikings have looked recently, but.
Okay. Wow, another different pick there. Okay, Colts Patriots in Foxborough. You're up. The Colts are 2.5-point favorites.
The Patriots, another team that have been fucking me no matter which way.
Yeah, they're a tough pick this year.
I'll take the Colts. I think Patriots are. I think their offense is sus. Their defense,
and so is their defense, to be honest.
Sus. And yeah, and it was like it seemed like they were going to go. Oh, let's be the Jets from 2 or 3 years ago, where we'll play every game 12-10, and it's like, dude, the Packers shut down a Dolphins team that put 31 on you.
Yeah. All right, who am I going with here? I will take the God, part of me was to just take the Patriots.
You should.
I will.
So, just for the record, you've taken your Steelers team, you've taken your Patriots team. You couldn't take your Bengals team because they were playing the Steelers. So I'm just writing you in right now for you. You took your Chargers team. I'm going to pencil you in for the Rams. I'm going to pencil you in for the Seahawks.
Well, that's next. Seahawks Jets.
Yeah.
0.5-point Seahawks favorite.
In New Jersey?
And I'm taking them.
In New Jersey?
Yeah.
Okay. You're taking your Seahawks.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take the Jets.
Damn. Lots of different picks this week. Okay. So you think the Jets win that game?
What do I think? I don't know. I got to fade you at some point. And the Jets, I honestly don't understand why it's a 0.5 point. It feels like it should be more. The Jets have had a couple lines this year that have made no sense whatsoever. And I've been like, well, that makes no sense whatsoever. And then after the game, I was like, well, I guess it made sense. Doesn't it feel like it should be 3.5 for the Jets? They're talking about the benching Rodgers. Like, what the fuck is happening? So yeah, I'll take the Jets.
All right. Who we got next? Titans Commanders. This one is in Maryland.
Redskins suck. Redskins suck. Redskins suck.
Commanders are 5.5-point favorites.
That's every Eagles fan tomorrow since the Cowboys and the Giants already played. What's the spread?
5.5. What do you think?
Where is it?
It's in Maryland.
Too big.
Yeah, Commanders lost 3 in a row, man.
I'll take the Commanders.
I agree.
You're taking the Commanders?
No, I'm taking the Titans.
Okay, cool.
Wow, another different pick.
Yeah.
Prano's trying to make his move this week, guys. All right, Texans, Jags. Another team that's been struggling lately is the Jags have struggled all year, but the Texans more recently. Houston's a 3.5-point favorite. I think Trevor Lawrence is coming back.
Oh, nice. Is Doug Peterson coming back?
I think the Texans finally figured it out. Going Houston.
In Jacksonville.
Oh, hold on. Never mind. Sorry, I did say that. I'm going to switch that pick if that's cool. I'm going to go Jags.
I'll take the Jaguars too.
All right.
I was looking forward to another different pick there, but
no, yeah. If that was in Houston, I would have taken the Texans. Okay, Bucks, Panthers. This one is in Charlotte. Bucks are 5.5-point favorites. Bucks win this, they're right back in that thick of that playoff race.
$5.5. I'll take the Panthers.
Bucks have actually done pretty good for me this year, especially when I take them when they're big favorites. I'm gonna take the Bucks. I'm gonna roll the dice on this one. All right, Eagles, Ravens. This should be another fun one. This one is in Maryland. This one's in Baltimore. Baltimore's a 3-point favorite.
Against the best team in football?
It's a tough one for me. I'm liking this Eagles team right now, Prano.
The Ravens are favored against the best team in football. With Saquon Barkley, the MVP. With Jalen Hurts, the best quarterback in the league. With the top 5 defense. They're not. But Eagles fans love to just say things.
Fly, Eagles, fly. I'm riding with my boy Jalen Hurts.
Can't wait to take the Ravens. Lock me into the Ravens.
Okay. I'm telling you, that Eagles D, it's what's gonna be their thing this year. It's gonna keep them in games. And then if you can run the ball with Saquon. Now, we'll see. Baltimore plays well against the run. They don't play well against the pass.
That was me making a little finger gun to Andy. That was me doing the Shaquille O'Neal gif, by the way. For anybody who's listening just on audio.
That one's for you, Brandon. Brandon, that one's for you, buddy. I'm taking your Eagles. Don't let me down. Shout out to you in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Don't let me down, bro. Don't let me lose a point on this.
He already, dude, you are Joe Pa, New Jersey. He hasn't tweeted at you in 10 fucking years. He's over. You're dead to him.
No, that's not. I literally pulled him up during the show. He sent me a very nice DM, actually.
Well, thanks for being the reasonable one on the Dirty Sports Podcast. I come here for your reasonable takes.
No,
please tell me it's some fucking nonsense like that.
He sent me a DM and it said, "Sorry about Roscoe." Sending me some thoughts. Me and that was a lovely thing from just a lovely Philly fan, Prano.
He's in Allentown, Pennsylvania. When he goes out to Chinese food, it's 100% dog. That's offensive to even. It's offensive to even say that to you.
Oh,
as a man who loves Roscoe.
Unbelievable. All right, let's move on to the Sunday night game. Niners, Bills in Orchard Park. Wow, Joe, this line is now 7, Prano.
Wow.
Bills are 7-point favorites. Is Brock Purdy playing? I mean, does it? I mean, it matters. How much does it matter? Pull it in. Brock Purdy.
Let me get you.
Injury updates. Brock Purdy remains. This is from 15 minutes ago, brother. Brock Purdy remains
Questionable?
limited. Yes. 15 minutes ago.
Well, what's the move here? We're picking the game as is right now.
I went first last time, so you're gonna have to make a decision here on the
Okay,
Bills.
I'm gonna take the Niners.
Okay.
I think Brock Purdy plays. I think it's close. I know it's west to east, 7 points, and I know listen. I think I've liked all the last couple of years. Let's talk about this Bills team. All the last couple of years, everybody was on the Bills. I was not on the Bills. I never got on the Bills thing. I got on the Bills this year. I believe in this Bills team. I believe the Bills win this game. I think it's close-ish. Backdoor cover. Backdoor Brock. Big cock? No. But you know what? You know what makes it a lot easier to slip in the back door? When you have a small cock. Small cock Brock, little backdoor action. She's like, I guess. I mean, if you promise to use lube and you let me take a warm bath first, I'll let you stick your mini cock in my butthole. Backdoor Brock.
It's a big spread, man.
Unlike Brock's cock.
Yeah, and Buffalo has these games where like they don't get out the gate right, and then you know it's gonna be a dogfight.
The Niners either cover or lose by 40.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I feel like this is gonna be one of those games. I think the Niners cover as well. Let's not forget, man, that I can't get that stat out of my head. If you don't win a Super Bowl within the first 5 years with your coach and your coach's first 5 years as the quarterback, this is year 6 for McDermott and Josh Allen. Year 6 for Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh. It's like, are one of these guys going to buck that trend? I think the Bills have the best chance. We'll see. But I think they keep it close. All right, Monday nighter, kind of a dud here. Browns, Vikings. I'm sorry, Browns, Broncos. In Mile High, I'm up first. Denver is a 5.5-point favorite. Jameis Winston off a layoff. Did he eat too much turkey? I don't know, but I'm going to take the Browns to cover.
What's the spread?
5.5. It's too much for me. I think the Broncos win this game. 5.5 is a lot. You can fade me?
I'm gonna fade you, but I'm really fading Jameis. Huge win. Jameis is 30 touchdowns, 30 picks guy.
True.
You beat the Steelers, you get blown out by the fucking Broncos. I don't love diving in on Sean Payton, but it is on Monday Night Football, and it is in Mile High. I hate it, but I'm fading Andy and Jameis. I'm fading Andy via Jameis.
Okay.
I wish I could bet on a pick six in that game. I would like to bet on a pick six. If anybody knows where I can bet on a pick six happening in that game, please let me know.
All right, there it is. Week 13 picks. If you are from anywhere in the greater Philadelphia area, please give us a call. Joe would love to have a conversation with you. 310-359-8365.
Also, the other thing about fading that pick that scares me is historically Cleveland's way better than the Broncos. I know the Broncos have a couple Super Bowl wins. I know the Broncos appeared in other Super Bowls, but in the last 3 seasons, the Browns have a playoff victory. And the Broncos, what have the Broncos done?
You're unbelievable.
What have the Broncos done?
I mean, what are you even talking about, the Broncos? So they won a couple Super Bowls with Elway, and they were in 3 others. The Browns, who've never won anything, won a playoff game with Baker Mayfield just 3 short seasons ago. And I, a Cleveland Browns fan, much like a fan from Allentown, Pennsylvania, is mentally ill because of all the rust and pollution in my water supply.
All right, man. You ready to wrap this bad boy up?
Let's go.
You got anything else?
You can follow me on all social media at Joe Prano. You can come see me in Montana. We got any fans in Montana? Last time I was in Montana, some fans came. I'll be back at Last Best Comedy in early 2025. Follow me there on all social media and come see me at a live show, joeprano.com for shows. Thank you.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday. And as always, stay dirty.